Great Dane Explain. This is Great Dane Explain, and boom! I was there. I was on the ground at the Trump rally outside of the Hyatt Hotel where they were having the explosive hearing in front of the state legislators. And let me tell you, the energy was lit. Patriots by the thousands showed up, all peaceful, no rioting, no violence, no looting. Just people who believe what they've seen with their own eyes and are using common sense and have concluded this election was a fraud and they want their votes counted, they want all legal votes counted and a free and fair election. And let me tell you, the days of it being trendy to be anti-American and
Americans so racism, and it's like so bigoted, and our history is just so corrupt, and it's just a bunch of evil white men who were like slave owners. Yeah, and I need reparations, like seriously.
those days are long gone. Because the far left attack on this country, people taking America for granted for years, is coming to an end. It's having the opposite effect. There is an uprising of patriotism across this country, and Donald Trump won this election. The whole world knows it. Everyone sees it. You just have half of the people in this country who want to turn a blind eye because
Orange Man Bad is out of office.
and they could care less about the Constitution. They could care less about this republic. So now it's just a matter of whether or not they will get away with it. We had some explosive testimony from various witnesses, various experts throughout the entire day. Here's just a couple. This coming from Linda Brickman, who said while she was observing with her Democrat partner, she witnessed Trump ballots being counted in the screen on the machine as Biden votes. Isn't that special? You know, you see a vote obviously for Trump, they put it in the machine and it comes out as a Biden vote. Voila, magic!
Come on, man.
She said she raised the issue with the officials but felt threatened. You also had a computer expert who said an anonymous email was sent to the DOJ claiming 35K fraudulent votes were added by the Democrats in Pima County, Arizona via spread distribution. Well, guess what? Before that email was even sent, experts had identified a spike in the data that now corroborates that email. This little highlight is from Matt Brainerd. He is doing a ton of the data crunching across the entire country. This guy is cold calling people by the thousands and finding out thousands of people in all of these swing states on the phone asking them, did you request an absentee ballot? No, I didn't. Well, your vote was cast as an absentee ballot. Finding people, asking them, did you vote? No, I didn't. Magically, they voted. He's even finding people who went to the voting centers trying to vote, and the voting center told them, oh, we already received your absentee ballot.
I have a high degree of confidence that the number of ballots that were cast that should not have been cast, illegal ballots, surpasses the margin of victory as it stands right now.
Thank you very much.
I urge you to follow him on Twitter. Go to his page, @MattBrainerd. This guy knows what he's talking about, very reputable, and in fact, all of these states are now asking him to show up in person and bring his research. Even the FBI has now requested. The FBI is finally getting off of their lazy ass, doing something, and asking for Matt Brainerd's research. That's how good this guy is. So check him out. This one's very interesting. You see, for a couple weeks now, we've been hearing a story about some Dominion servers that were raided in Frankfurt, Germany. Now, to me, it sounded a little bit too fantastical, too much like a spy movie, so I wanted to hold off. Well, today, you had the Army Colonel, Phil Waldron, who confirmed that on the day of the election, they saw the Dominion servers communicating with an anonymous server in Frankfurt, Germany. So make of that what you will. I will continue to follow that story if there's more developments, but for the first time, I'm bringing it up because we have corroboration that they actually saw traffic from Dominion in the United States to an anonymous server in Frankfurt, Germany, which subsequently was supposedly raided a few days later. And if you want to deep dive into that, look up this guy, Thomas McInerney, United States Air Force Lieutenant General. Look him up, type his name into Google, and then add Dominion Frankfurt, Germany, and have fun. And if you didn't think Doug Ducey and the Arizona Secretary of State might be in on all of this, in real time, pending litigation, what did Doug Ducey sign? Oh, the certification of the Arizona results. He could have done it yesterday, could have done it tomorrow. No, he did it during this hearing. Talk about a slap in the face of all of the voters within the state of Arizona. I was outside as he certified the vote while all this testimony is taking place inside of the Hyatt Hotel. What a scumbag. And Donald Trump called in during this hearing, and I'm glad he did. You see, we've been seeing more and more of these stories pop up. Trump reportedly tells advisors he wants to run again in 2024. Fox News chief White House correspondent John Roberts reports. We've been hearing this more and more. This is an attempt to demoralize Trump's base, to demoralize all 75 plus million of them. It is an attempt to get them to give up on the current election and look forward in 4 years. It's a psyop. They must think we're stupid because if this election slides, why would we ever think our vote matters in the future? Well, just a few hours after the reputable John Roberts of Fox News reported this, Trump called in and said this.
And the easy route for me, with everyone saying, oh, just focus on 2024, sir. Focus on 2024. I said, no, I have to focus on 2 weeks ago because this is the greatest scam ever perpetrated upon our country. This is...
Oh, what do you know? John Roberts' made-up sources are absolute trash. And you're hearing more and more, oh, Trump is looking to concede. He's planning on announcing his next run in 2024 the same day of inauguration for Joe Biden just to rub it in.
And I just say that I want to thank you. We're going to win this thing. We're not giving up ever. We will never give up. There's never been anything like this.
We're going to win this thing. We're never going to give up. That is an interesting concession speech by Donald Trump. Look at this lady here. She talks about how she saw firsthand that the signatures on these ballots were scribbles. They didn't resemble the name in any way. The signature matching was an absolute fraud. She was told not to worry about it. Look at this lady. They thought they were done counting ballots, and then more truckloads of ballots were coming in. After Election Day, of course. You had Dr. Shiva call in, you know, the guy with 4 degrees from MIT, and he states, from all of his reputable credentials when it comes to data crunching and pattern recognition, he can see that Dominion Voting Systems has fractional voting. That means a vote could be worth 0.6, or a vote could be worth 1.6. That alone screams fraud. Why would there be any voting machine that is anything but one person 1.0 votes? Well, after that hearing, we now have an Arizona state rep who's issued a call to withhold the state's electoral college votes to Joe Biden due to significant evidence of fraud. This guy attended the hearing, and he's issued this statement after the hearing. So, let's see what happens next. There is going to be a hearing in Michigan. This one is supposedly supposed to be the most explosive of them all. And I know. I'm like you. I'm getting almost tired of seeing all of this evidence. We need action. My preference, I want to see it go to the Supreme Court of the United States. I don't even trust these House delegates. I don't know how many people are now in on this fraud. A ton of Republicans are. And you're telling me these House delegates might not be paid off, might not be compromised? No, I want to go with the SCOTUS, where we have a 6-4 Republican lead. Screw Roberts, but the vote would likely go 5-4. And to me, they have the least likelihood of being bought off. Another little update here. Iowan Dr. Marionette Miller Meeks wins recount in 2nd District, 14th pickup for GOP on Trump's coattails. And just a reminder, Nancy Pelosi was predicted to pick up 5 to 15 seats this year. Well, they have lost 14 and counting. The Republicans are dominating these House races. They will hold the Senate. But yet Trump lost, even though he got 10 more million votes than last time around. And you know, Obama's second term, he got 3 million votes less than he did in 2008, and he still won. You know, Trump gets 10 million more. Oh, no, he lost. Biden's got 80 million.
Why? You ain't black.
Look, this is a scam. We all know it. Everyone sees it. Now, we just need somebody to have the guts to stand up, make the tough decision, knowing that if they overturn this election or call it a fraudulent election, it will result in mass rioting and mass chaos because the left is violent. Well, you know what? It's better to have that than to have the republic ruined forever. So that's where we are at, guys. And if you don't think the Democrats are panicking or scared, check this out. Senator Chuck Schumer, you know, Nancy Pelosi's whipping boy, he said the Senate should begin confirmation hearings for Biden's cabinet before inauguration. Hurry, get it done. Go, go, go. In the midst of this once in a century crisis, blah, 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 blah. So they are trying to rush this process. They now want Biden to be declared the president, to be basically sitting in the White House before Inauguration Day. They are panicked. That's what this screams. They don't want investigations. They don't want recounts. They don't want recanvasses. They don't want audits. They don't want these Dominion voting machines to be looked at. They don't want any of it because they have something to hide. You know it. I know it. The whole world knows it. This is Great Dane Explain. Subscribe to the channel and I will talk to you soon. Peace.